The New York Rangers get a very nice 4-1 win over the Seattle Kraken in Seattle to start off this road trip against some pretty tough opponents, and this was a great way to start things off. I mean, a nice 4-1 win over a team like Seattle, who was a playoff team last year. That's a great thing to see. The Rangers now have a record of 3-2, which is obviously nice. I mean, you want to see this team stay above 500, and now we are, which is very good. The Seattle Kraken are now 1-4-1. They're not off to the best start so far, but I'm sure, turn things around a bit. They're still going to be a decent team, I'm sure. But this was a very good win by the Rangers. They controlled most of this game. Filip had a phenomenal game. He could have had a hat trick as well. He had 3 assists, but he also could have had a hat trick. He got his first career 3-point game, which was very nice to see. I mean, he had a great game, but he literally could have had a hat trick as well. He had so many scoring chances, just couldn't find the back of the net, but at least he did have 3 assists, 4 goals to the Rangers is not bad at all. So he had a phenomenal game. You saw Panarin, he got 2 goals himself. Lafreniere got a goal. Kakko got a goal. Keandre had 2 assists. I mean, this was just a phenomenal game by a lot of young Rangers as well. So definitely just a very fun, entertaining game. It was a late one, obviously, in Seattle, but still a ton of fun to watch. And yeah, just a really great overall win by the team. And you like to see this win, though, especially with Johnathan Quick in net. I mean, Quick looked good. He looked really good. He stopped 18 of 19 shots. Grubauer on the other side of things stopped 23 of 27. Grubauer isn't the best goalie anymore. I mean, he hasn't quite been that guy in Seattle last year. Obviously didn't have the best season, and this year, again, just doesn't look great. So we'll see what happens there with Grubauer, but overall, this was a great game by Johnathan Quick and the Rangers. Like I said, Hedl had a phenomenal game. Panarin is looking really, really good this year. I think he's going to have a 100-plus point year for sure, potentially even getting 30 goals for the first time in a while for him. Taking a look, though, at the first period, there were some lights out in the Rangers zone, so they had to switch ends. Grubauer and Quick did halfway through each period. Kind of weird, but didn't seem to affect things too much. Then you see the 1-0 goal from Brian Dumoulin to Justin Schultz. Just an absolute one-timer from the top of the circle. Just blast it past Quick. Unfortunate there, but still a very tough, save to make. So can't really blame Quick too much on that one. But other than that, Quick was perfect in this game, stopping 18 of 19. Then the Rangers tie things up a little later. Panarin gets his first goal of the game, 1 of 2. And to make things 1-1, and he just rips one past Grubauer's blocker side, assisted by Hedl. Hedl gets the puck on the left boards, passes it over to Panarin, who's on the right circle, and Panarin just rips it past. So nice pass there by Hedl, his first of 3 assists in this game as well, and Panarin had 1 of 2 goals there. So overall, a great game by both those guys. They had probably really were, the star 1 and star 2, with Quick being, I would say, star 3, you could say. I mean, those 3 had a phenomenal game. Then you see nice pass from Trocheck in the corner, out to Hedl in front of the net, and Hedl barely misses. It just hits Grubauer's pad, but he almost tucked one. And he had, like I said, a ton of chances to score, just couldn't bury, but did have 3 assists in the game. Then period 2, Yanni Gourde gets 2 minutes for slashing on Lafreniere. Hedl gets a very good chance on that. Then Kakko gets a pretty easy goal to make things 2-1 for the Rangers. It was a weird kind of, one that just kind of really trickled through Grubauer from a Trouba slap shot, also assisted by Keandre, but it just kind of trickles through Grubauer, and Kakko comes up from the crease and just kind of taps it in from behind Grubauer. He didn't even know where it was, so nice easy goal there by Kakko to make things 2-1. Then the Rangers make things 3-1 with a Lafreniere goal from Hedl, a great pass out front through a Kraken demon right between his legs to Lafreniere, who just tucks it home right in front of the net. So again, Hedl had a phenomenal game, made a great pass there to Lafreniere, and that makes things 3-1 with Lafreniere scoring, which is obviously a very nice thing to see. He also had a pretty good game, but not quite as good as Hedl or Panarin, so that's kind of something there. But taking a look, though, in period 3, though, this is where things got pretty hectic for the most part. So the first goal here, you see Panarin score off of a weird bounce. It kind of bounces up. He kind of swats at it with his glove. It goes off, I believe, Alexiak and maybe Eberle as well, then drops to the ice, and he just kind of smacks it home when it was kind of bouncing, just top corners, rifles it. So a nice goal there by Panarin to make things 4-1 in his second goal of the game. And then, though, after this happened, a little later on, but halfway through the period, a big scrap breaks out. So you have Yanni Gourde, who makes a clean hit on Hedl. Then Fox goes over and kind of gives him a little tap, obviously like a lot of players do. And then you see Gourde get kind of hit from the bench. Like Cooley was on the bench, and he kind of gives Gourde a little, kind of little punch, and then a big scrap ensues. Like every single player that was on the ice was scrapping there, and then Gord ends up kind of falling on top of Kreider, but it was mainly because I believe maybe Larson, I think, was kind of pulling on Kreider, dragging him down. So just a lot of crazy stuff that happened there. Big fight, though. Ended up being just kind of like 5-on-5. I believe Kreider and Gord both got 4 minutes for roughing, and then Gord also got a 10-minute misconduct, I believe, as well. So a lot of crazy things there. The refs didn't really explain what happened or anything like that either, like they normally do. So a little confusing, but just a big scrap that happened, all because kind of cool. He gave him a little shot from the bench, which he definitely should not have done. And the refs missed that, which I'm going to be honest, as a Rangers fan, the Kraken should have 100% been on a power play after all that. That was pretty obvious. I thought it was kind of clear to see, what Cooley did, but you can't do that obviously from the bench. That's definitely a penalty, at least unsportsmanlike or roughing, whatever you want to give it. So anyways, though, that ended up being a 5-on-5 with, Kreider, like I said, and Gord getting a 4-minute each. And then that was pretty much it for the game, other than a fight near the end of things with Trocheck against James McCann. And Trocheck won the fight. I think he was definitely the better guy in that fight. He had a great scrap there. And the boys went over and kind of gave him a little, cheer up or congrats, whatever you want to say. But either way, good game by the Rangers. Definitely a nice 4-1 victory. Johnathan Quick looked great in net. Philip Hedl had a phenomenal game. Artemi Panarin had a phenomenal game. And a lot of other Rangers just had a solid game. This was overall a great team win, especially, a nice, West Coast road trip there. Nice to start things off with a win, especially with your backup goaltender in net, who's obviously pretty familiar with the West Coast, being obviously Quick. Spent a very, very long time in LA. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to comment down below your guys' thoughts on this game, because overall, it was a great 4-1 victory for the Rangers.